Imagine being that person, the one who walks into a room and instantly connects, who never runs out of things to say, the one who just has friends. You probably see that person and think, they were born with it. But what if I told you that is the biggest lie the self-help world ever sold you? What if I told you that the fear you feel, the freezing, the awkward silence, is not a flaw in your personality, but a feature of your brain, and that becoming genuinely social is easier than learning to tie your shoes? Stay until the end, because I'm going to give you the one micro skill that instantly makes people feel connected to you. Welcome back to Lowkey Easy. For years, I struggled with the same thing. I thought social confidence was a magical gift. If you don't have it, you're stuck. But the truth is, social confidence isn't a gift, it's a skill. And like any skill, whether it's coding, lifting weights, or playing a video game, it can be built. You just need the right blueprint. Today, we're breaking down exactly why being social is easier than you think, and the 5 tiny actions that will change your social life forever. Let's start with the panic. That internal voice screaming, "Don't talk to them. You'll look stupid." That feeling is social anxiety. And believe it or not, it's not a sign of weakness. It's an evolutionary signal. Our ancestors lived in tribes. Being rejected meant death. So your brain developed a high alert system for social situations. Anxiety is just your brain saying, this interaction matters. The problem is, your brain treats asking your coworker about their weekend the same way it treats running from a lion. It's an overreaction. The first step to becoming social is to reframe that anxiety. It's not a stop sign. It's a spotlight. It means you care. Now let's learn how to use that spotlight. Think of social skills like a muscle. If you try to bench press 300 pounds on your first day, you will fail and probably quit. Socializing is the same. Most people try to jump straight to a high-stakes, hour-long conversation with a stranger. They fail, and then they say, "See? I'm just bad at this." This is the key. Social skills work on a progressive overload system. You must start small. The first step is the micro-interaction. This is low stakes. A simple nod, a quick, "Hey, how's it going?" to the cashier. A compliment on someone's shirt. These are like your 5-pound warm-up sets. They train your brain to see social contact as safe and normal, not a life-or-death scenario. Do 5 micro-interactions a day. After a week, you'll notice the anxiety is already less intense. Another step is the 70-30 rule. This is how you shift the focus from your own performance to the other person. Stop worrying about what you'll say next. Instead, focus 70% on listening and 30% on speaking. Real connection doesn't come from a perfect monologue. It comes from making the other person feel heard and interesting. It's less about being a captivating speaker and more about being a genuinely curious human. Here are 2 facts that prove your brain is overcomplicating this. Firstly, people generally prefer talking about themselves. Studies show that when you talk about yourself, the same pleasure centers light up in your brain as when you eat food or have money. So, when you focus on listening and asking questions, you are literally giving the other person a tiny hit of dopamine. You become the source of their good feeling. Secondly, the brain processes compliments on appearance and compliments on skill differently. Complimenting someone's effort or skill, like, "That was a great point you made," or "I love the way you handled that project," is perceived as more honest and is remembered longer than a simple, "You look nice." So, how do we put the 70-30 rule and the dopamine hit into practice? We will use the next and final step, which is the curiosity hack. Instead of asking closed questions, the ones that can be answered with a single word, ask open-ended questions. Don't say, "Did you have a good weekend?" which the answer would be, yes, no, say. Instead, "What was the most interesting thing you did this weekend?" Or, if you had to describe your weekend in one word, what would it be? This forces them to share a story, which shifts the focus entirely off you. You're not the performer, you're the interviewer. And everyone loves talking to a great interviewer. This is the secret to building genuine connection. You should always aim to use micro skills to build the foundations. Remember names. Use follow-up questions tied to what they just said. Like, "That's fascinating. How did you get into that?" These tiny acts signal that you were truly present. Let's quickly lock in the blueprint. Social confidence is not magic. It's a skill built on small, consistent exposure. You should aim to reframe the anxiety. It means the interaction matters, not that you should run away. Then do the progressive overload. Start with micro-interactions, a nod, a quick compliment, to train your brain for safety. Next, apply the 70-30 rule. Listen 70%, speak 30%. Be the curious interviewer, not the anxious performer. And to master it all, include the curiosity hack. Use open-ended, follow-up questions to give the other person a dopamine hit. Do this for 30 days. You won't just be social, you'll be the person people genuinely want to be around. Now, I want to know this. What tiny social action will you commit to doing today? Let me know in the comments below. If this video gave you the push you needed to quit hiding and start building genuine connection, drop a like. And if you're ready to dismantle other limiting beliefs holding you back, subscribe to the channel. I'm sure you know by now that making friends is kinda low-key easy, and we are happy to help. Until next time.